Hi, welcome back. Today we're up here. I'm up in the mountain, a place that I haven't hunted before. We're gonna scout around, get some trail cams out, and go over some of the things that I'm looking for when I'm putting the trail cams out. Some of the things that I look for to try to determine where the deer are, where they're going, where they're coming from. And hopefully we'll follow this throughout the year. And some of you new guys that are just getting into hunting or thinking about getting into hunting, some of the stuff that I show and go over will help you in picking out just where you want to hunt. Now what I've done, I've looked at this piece of woods on the Onyx Hunt map. It has like 4 different valleys in it, and all the valleys run down to a lake, and so we know where their water source is. There is a couple little streams, but I would imagine they dry up in the summer and fall. I would imagine they're pretty much dry because they're just little mountain streams. They're not real big. So we know where their water source is. Then it's a matter of finding out what they're feeding on at this time of year. As the year goes on, spring, summer, fall, their feeding patterns will change, and hopefully we can catch that on the trail cams as it's going. And then we need to find out where the bedding area is. Now, from looking at the Onyx Hunt map, I know that all four of these ridges that are here, they all run up to one place on the mountain. So my guess is that they're bedding either up on top of these ridges or up closer to the top of the mountain. Now there is bike trails here, there's hiking trails here, so it does have, it is public land, it does have foot traffic, bike traffic. So it's not like they're not used to seeing humans or being around humans. The humans are here pretty much all year long. So you really don't have to worry about walking through and disturbing the area, because if we're staying on the trails or just off the trails, the deer's used to that all the time, so it's not nothing new to them. So let's travel on back this trail, and so we'll start looking for some deer signs and see what we can come up with. So I just got in between the 2 ridges, and on the south side of the first ridge, we got a rub here on the tree. So I would say the deer are probably coming up the bottom from the lake, and from the way the rub is, the deer was going up the ridge. If you look up the ridge, I don't know if you can see it, but there's another one about 50, 75 yards up the ridge. So my guess is this buck is coming from the lake, coming up the draw, and then working his way up his ridge top. Probably bedding up on top of this ridge or going on up to the bedding area. So let's go on up the trail here a little more and see what we can find. So we've come up the trail. We're down in the bottom of the 2 ridges, and we got a fresh grape here. You can tell by the way the leaves are kicked back that this deer was coming from up on top, coming down this ridge, coming down this draw, and made it scrape under this limb here. And it's pretty fresh because we had a heavy frost last night. It's like 18 degrees right now, and this stuff's been freshly moved around. So early this morning, so we're probably about 100 yards away from where the rub was, going up on that ridge. And now we got to scrape where they're coming down off of that ridge. So I'm going to set a trail cam up here and see if we can get some pictures of some stuff coming down this draw, whether they're actually coming down out of the mountain here, or they're just walking along this edge to get over to that ridge. But we'll get a trail cam up here and see what we see in the next couple of weeks. Alright, so I set 2 cameras up on top of the ridge. It's a little thick up there. A lot of bedding areas. Been a lot of deer bedding up there. So I put 2 cameras. They're probably 100 yards apart. So we get some kind of idea of what's coming in up there. Our gun season's over here in Maryland. All but a 2-day special hunt, but the main gun seasons are over. And so pretty much now we're gonna be able to get pictures of what made it through gun season and get an idea of what's up here, and then we'll start to track down where they're moving to. So now the trail now cuts back about halfway up the mountain and runs across the 4 ridges, and then turns and comes back down towards the truck. Now, mapping it out on Onyx Hunt, it looks somewhere to be around 4 miles, but we'll see when we get done. I'm tracking my progress and marking stuff as I go. If you haven't seen how I mark my trail cams and how I set them up, I'll put a link to the video down below and in the comment area, and you can go check that out. But the biggest thing about trail cams is to make sure you set them so that the sun's not shining directly onto them, and know which direction you have them set. So as you're watching the videos and see the deer moving, you know what direction the deer are coming from and going to. So we're gonna start across the mountain here and see if we can't find some more deer signs. So I'm up here on top of the ridge. This should be the ridge where we seen this, where I had this scrape and the rub coming up. Now once you get up here, it looks like there's an old logging road that goes up into the mountain, and then the mountain gets real steep up there. But as I was walking up this trail, I found another scrape, and then right off from the scrape is a deer bed. And then right up here from the scrape, this thing flattens out a little bit before it goes up the mountain. And there's a ton of deer sign where they've been rooting for the nuts, for the acorns and stuff. So they're eating up here. So this is definitely a feeding area. And the scrape is pretty fresh. I mean, it doesn't have frost or ice on it from last night, so early this morning maybe. And maybe he was bedded here when I was down in the bottom, and because it's hard to walk today, everything's like walking on glass, everything's froze. So maybe he was laying here when I was down in the bottom moving around, and jumped him up and he went on top, because the bed doesn't have frost or nothing on it from last night. I'll get a camera set up here, maybe 2, and then we'll move on. We still got one more ridge before we head back to the truck. The bike trail's about 50 yards down. This is an old logging road that goes up through here. Got a couple trees that's been rubbed up. Got a older scrape here in front of me. Got a trail coming out this way, comes down the logging road. And then this runs down, on down into the bottom, down towards the lake. So we'll get something set up here and see if we can't see what's using this trail, and then we'll move on down and see what we can find. Alright, so we covered about 4 miles of trail. We made a big circle. Gonna end up right back where we started. It's like 4.1 miles according to our next hunt. We've been out here about 6 hours. Seen a lot of rubs on trees. Probably seen 40 to 50 rubs altogether. Couple scrapes, couple fresh scrapes. Couple of them are a little older. Found 4 different spots where they've been bedding. So it's a lot of good deer sign here. I got 6 trail cams out altogether within a 4-mile circle. And today is January 4th. So supposed to have snow here on the 6th. They're calling for 4 to 8 inches of snow on the 6th. The only problem with snow here in Maryland is it don't stick around long. But if it does snow, and it's still on the ground like 48 hours later, then I'll come back up here and walk around, because you'll be able to see the deer trails where they're moving. I won't walk to the cameras while there's snow on the ground, because it makes it easy for people to find your cameras. But I will walk around the trail and see if the snow shows anything different than what I'm seeing just walking around here with the leaves and stuff on the trail. I hope you, like always, I hope you found something in here that helps you out a little bit. I'm always available for questions. I mean, leave a comment and I'll answer your questions. Like and subscribe, hit that notification button. It's going to be a lot of videos this year. I'm thinking about taking someone who's never hunted before and showing them what I do, how I do it, why I do it. And hopefully when the video series ends over the course of a year, we can have a video of them killing a deer. And probably going to do the same thing for fishing. Take somebody, single kid, a single mom's son or something, that, or like a big brother thing, that wants to go out and learn how to fish and learn how to catch fish, learn to respect the land, learn to respect other hunters, other fishermen. but we'll see where it goes. So like I say, I'll leave a link in the description for how I set my cameras, the video that I did earlier. And if you haven't been on the channel before, I also have a giveaway that's going on. I'm giving away a Togard H80 truck cam. I'm going to give it away on January 15th. So I'll also post a link to that video in the description. You go over and check out that video and just comment on the video, and you're entered to have a chance to win. So on January 15th, 6-7 o'clock in the evening, my granddaughter will pick a number, and that number in the comment will win the trail cam. I'm going to have a lot of giveaways this year. I got a tree stand to give away. I'm going to have a climbing system, a hunting blind. I'm going to have a lot of fishing tackle to give away. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you're not following the channel, you may want to do so, because thanks to some of the sponsors I've picked up, 2024 is probably going to be a good year for me and the people watching my channel. So y'all have a good day, and I'll make my way back to the car and go home where it's a little warm and get something warm to eat. It's 2 o'clock and it's still like 27 degrees, and it's windy and breezy, so it's getting chilly out here. So y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you in the next one.